fan, press some hand, let's get in the car, I said. She grabbed my hand, girls resting, met the bar, witness said. Tears fled the head, I'm waiting, I guess she tweet, I guess she confess. She thinking less, not drinking less. Bathroom says, best it gets, spontaneous, I stereotype. Put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as I rise like fireworks. Smell through the bad, don't touch my perk.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to this edition of After the Storm, your Oklahoma City Thunder post-game analysis live stream. Sorry we weren't on last night, but of course, I'm wearing pink for my OSU Cowboys. Our annual basketball reunion was this weekend, and by the way, we took care of business against Utah yesterday. My Cowboys did, and somebody had told me that we won our last 5 games or something for the alumni weekend, basketball weekend. So, anyway, congratulations to my Cowboys. Got to have dinner with everybody on Friday night. Got to see a bunch of guys from the past, and got to see a lot of the older guys who are now starting to really, really show their age. The guys that played against Wilt Chamberlain and things like that when OSU beat Kansas under Coach Iba. And so anyway, got to see a lot of those guys, and just good because they're slowly starting to weed themselves out. Got to see, of course, some of my guys from my group or my decades, and then of course some of the guys after us. So we missed a lot of those. But so we didn't do a show last night. But like after the game the other night, I told you I didn't know if we were going to do one because I was going to the basketball reunion, and so we did not do one. But anyway, I want to talk about the Thunder game last night, and then the reason why I really came on tonight is because the big trade, as you guys know, between the Dallas Mavericks and the Lakers. And I listened to some people, and I listen to these guys that do this. I just happened to pop up in front of mine and said, "Hey, did you hear this? Did you watch this thing on YouTube?" So I went and watched it, and then I was just like, "Let me see." I went and watched it, and I was like, well, what the hell are y'all talking about? And, it's like some of these people, I'm just like, do you pay attention to the game at all? I mean, what are you watching? This game is a short-term fix for the Mavericks, 100%. It is a long-term thing for the Lakers. That's what it is. So to me, the way that I look at it is, how does that impact us as in the Thunder? And it's really simple. Dallas made a move, and I said this before. I said this on Facebook. I sent a little thing on Facebook today. Now the move is on Sam Presti now, because I can promise you, you can say what you want to. AD, what they've done inside now, they've strengthened their inside presence. Our weakness is inside presence. Now, when we have iHeart, that's different. We have Chet. We don't know what him and iHeart look like, but we're assuming that's going to be a strong duo, okay? But that being said, we don't know if Chet's coming back or if Chet is not coming back. We have no idea. The Thunder know. But this I can tell you, we don't make a move, we're in trouble. Now, granted, we are 1-3 against the Mavericks this year. The first game, they beat us in the second quarter. Every game that we've lost in the second quarter. That's when we've lost the game. Of our 9 losses, I bet you we've lost 7 of them in the second quarter because of the minutes manager. So, Hotspot, what's up, brother? Wiggins, baby. This is what the potential he's always been. However, this team hurts developing players by trying to make them a 3-and-D player. I agree 100% with your Hotspot. I love Wiggins. And my guy Nathan Taylor, who's going to be on here in a minute, he loves Wiggins. We love Wiggins. Okay? But the difference between him and Cam Johnson is Cam Johnson can do this on a consistent basis. Wiggins is the first time ever. What's the most he had up to this time? 20-something? He's not going to be able to score like that on any sort of consistency ever. And remember, SJ did not even play the fourth quarter. So if SJ plays the fourth quarter, he's definitely not getting 40 because we know SJ is going to get some of his. So that's the thing. But that being said, how this impacts us, this trade. And last night, what the Thunder did is, once again, we win without J-Dub. And I like J-Dub. And I've always liked J-Dub. He's a great number 2, number 3 guy. I like him. But all last night did was prove the fact that we can win without J-Dub. We can win without Chet. We can even win without iHeart. We cannot win without SGA. That's a fact. That's a fact. We can't. Because we lost to Dallas without SGA because of his sprained wrist or whatever, hand, whatever it was reason why they didn't play him in Dallas. And then we come back here, and then we get beat again without iHeart, I believe, last time. But anyway, the bottom line is this. Last night's game was fantastic because the defense that we do, and like we've said all year long on this show, what the Thunder do defensively wears you down by the third quarter, fourth quarter. It just does. It causes you to make mistakes. It causes you, the pressure that we put on you consistently causes you to mess up. It just does. I mean, because of the pressure that we continually get. But that's when Caruso's healthy. That's when iHeart's healthy. That's when Dort is healthy. That's when Kaysen's healthy. That's when J-Dub's playing. All of those things are part of what we do as a group defensively to just physically beat you up. Okay? Hotspot says, Dallas isn't getting past us. The key to Dallas having success is Gafford. The reason why is because his grit and toughness inside, and we can beat the Mavs by moving the ball and increasing pace. That's not true. They've beaten us 3 out of 4 times, Hotspot. And it's simple because of what they do to us in the second quarter. Those 2 minutes from 7-minute mark to the 5-minute mark in the second quarter, when everybody knows that Dagnall is going to sit SGA for 7 minutes, teams make their move. That's what Golden State had done. That's what the Mavs did. They put in their guards at that minute, that 8-minute mark, and they give themselves 2.5, 3 minutes with their best player on the floor and our best player not. That's happened against Golden State twice. It's happened against the Mavericks. It happened against Denver Nuggets. When we lose, that's what happens now. Go back and watch. Go back and pay attention to what I'm telling you. Just go back and pay attention. You watch that from that 8-minute mark to the 5-minute mark, you watch what happens against the teams that have beaten us. We've lost 9 games, 5 of them to the Mavericks and the Warriors, the 8th and 10th place team. Let me see. I don't see Gafford and Davis working together successfully. I do. Davis wants to play the 4, not the 5. Gafford is the 5, so that allows remember, AD waived his trade exception, which means the Mavericks get to save money. Okay? So he's saying, now I'm happy because I get to play the 4. And beyond that, remember Jason Kidd was his coach the assistant coach for the Lakers when they won the chip. Okay? So they're going and they're all happy. I mean, he's all happy where he's at now. He gets to play the 4. Gafford is going to be the 5. Lively is not going to make it back into the playoffs or whatever, if he makes it back or whatever. But they're not. They basically got a way 10 times upgrade to Gafford, kind of like what we did. We got an upgrade going from Josh Giddey to Caruso. Let me see. Burgess really healthy. We're a tough matchup. I agree with all that, Burgess, but we don't know if we're getting Chet back. We don't know that. The Thunder do, but we don't know that. We don't. I've talked to a couple orthopedics. They don't think he's coming back. I'm like, well, man, but, I see him moving around at the games, and, man, he looks good to me when I'm at the games and I'm watching him on the sideline. He looks good. Now, that's not playing. That's walking. That ain't playing. There's a difference. Matthew, this is not about winning now. For the Mavericks, it's about them winning now. For the Lakers, it's about them winning later. That's the difference in this right now. Gafford and Lively need spoon-fitting to be successful, and these dudes can't shoot at all. What I'm telling you, Matthew, is this. They got AD because AD's the 4. He wants to play 4. He does not want to play inside. That's why he and Gafford are going to be a great mix. Now, the question is, what is Lively going to do? And I agree with you, Burgess. The Mavs won the trade for the immediate future, immediate timeline. I agree. The Mavs are about winning right now. The Lakers went for the long haul, but the Mavs are about winning right now. They got a new ownership group. This new ownership group wants to win right now. That's what the Mavs have just done. Because look at them. They've been winning without Luka. He's been out since December. They're winning without him. So what that means is now you've got a guy who can play defense. You've got a rim protector. You've got two of them now with Gafford and AD. Or now Gafford can go out and you got AD in the post with PJ Washington shooting in the corner, with Kyrie doing what Kyrie does. So now you've got a team that can do certain things that you did not have before. So that's going to make all the difference right there with what they're doing. Let me see. Matthew, for the Lakers, they're getting ready for post-LeBron. Yes, I agree with that, Matthew. 100%. The Lakers are about the future. The Mavs are putting pressure right now. And that is the difference between the Lakers and what they've done and the Mavericks and what they've done, okay? I mean, that's plain and simple. The Mavs got smacked today, but the Cavs are scary. We can beat the Cavs. The Cavs are scary, but the thing is this. Here's the difference between the Oklahoma City Thunder and everybody else. We know that SGA is going to do SGA, number one. Number two, we know our defense is going to be busting you physically. So we know both of those things. Okay, no matter what game it is, the bigger game, we know SGA going to do SGA, and then the Thunder defensively are going to do what they do, if healthy. That's if Caruso. That's if Dort. That's if Ihart. That's maybe Chet. Okay? So those things are facts. The question is that the number three thing is, can we knock down 3-point shots? That's the thing. If we're knocking down shots, then we're in trouble because what SGA does, he applies so much pressure on the defense. I think I left I figured I did that to Nathan. I left out content. I figured I did that, bro. I'm sorry. What that does for the Thunder is this, guys. The Thunder we have everything we need to win. Okay? But if we're not knocking down threes, we're in trouble. Because what SGA does is SGA allows us to, sorry guys, I'm trying to get my guy Nathan Taylor on. I did not include his, oh shit, let me do this. Copy invitation. Forgot to do that. What the Thunder what SGA is going to do? SGA is going to do what SGA does, right? We all agree with that, right? He's going to attract a lot of attention. So he's going to do what he does. Now the question is, what do we do as a group to help him do what he does? Is everybody in agreement with that? Okay. Now, if we're knocking down threes, which we're more than capable of, then we're going to be okay. If we're not knocking down threes, it's going to be of a struggle. Okay? So that's how I look at it. SGA going to do what SGA does. Our defense is going to do what it does. But we've got to knock down threes. If we're knocking down threes, we're going to blow whomever out. I'm not really worried about it except for the Mavericks because they do a great job. Like I said, the second quarter from the 8-minute mark to the 5-minute mark where he sticks SGA in, he's got to change that in the second quarter. When we lost the game the other night, you know they outscored us 85-66. From that point, when he did not, when the timeout was made and we were up 43-31, we discussed this on the show, 43-31, he waited another minute and a half. They knocked down 2 threes. The game was over. They outscored us 85-66 from the time that he did not put SGA in the game right then and there. Because he's managing minutes. Hold on a second. Hey, Nathan. I just sent it to you. Okay. Sorry, that was Nathan. He thinks I didn't. I sent it to him. He's trying to get online. Let me see. Let's go back. Okay. Hotspot. However, Garland is the only one who can give. I like Garland a lot. Give us a run for our money. We're beating the hell out of Donovan Mitchell, but he's still a great player. Matthew, it's easy to beat Dallas. You have to outmuscle them, physical, okay. But without Luka, they sold it solidly on defense. Really, I agree with you, Matthew. That's what they've done. They basically said, and you watched the interview, what the Mavericks basically said is defense wins championships, which we know, which is what we have pretty much built around what we have, okay, between Dort, Caruso, and Kaysen. And Wiggins. So we've done that, which is why I want Johnson, because what that does is that adds an additional dimension defense that's Wiggins but 6'9". So that's kind of how I look at that. Muscle and AD and Gafford will be hard. Matthew, you're right. We're not going to out-muscle them. Our secret to the Thunder is really simple. We have got to make shots. The others is what they call them, have got to make shots. And if we're making shots, the threes, we're going to be fine because we get a lot. Damn, how many open threes did we get a game, guys? If you're watching the game, how many games did we get open? Are we wide open? Is that you, Nathan? Are you there?
This is me, sir.
Okay. But anyway, guys, how many shots do we get wide open? And Nathan, you can say this. How many shots do we get wide open?
A ton.
And the reason why we beat Blue Cleveland out is because we knocked down threes. The reason why we blow New York out, we knock down threes because we're wide open. We have got to have players who are making shots when available. If you do that, we're going to be hard to beat because defensively, we're going to do what we do. SGA is going to do what he does. But we have got to be able to knock down the wide open threes, and that's Isaiah Joe. That's Dort. That is Wiggins. If we don't make any trades,
Welcome back, Aaron Wiggins, by the way.
Yes, well, that was great. Davis does not play well against big teams. That goes back to his days in New Orleans. I don't know about that hotspot. What do you think about that, Nathan?
You talking about Anthony?
Yeah, Anthony Davis. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about AD.
But he's not going to have to play against big teams. He's on a big team.
I don't know what hotspot's talking about.
Yeah, I mean, that trade to me makes Dallas scarier.
For right now. Mm-hmm. For right now, yes.
I mean, here's a good thing, though. I guess for us is, what is it, 50-50 chance he's healthy? I mean,
he'll be back. He's healthy.
I mean, he'll be back, yeah, but he's gonna miss.
Remember, he waived his trade thing, his trade exception.
I mean,
so
he's gonna play, dude, but he's injury prone. I mean, it's like it's bad. Like, he's always missing games.
So is Caruso.
I know, and I think I said that about 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, you did.
So I worry. I worry about. I don't know our roster, dude. I mean, I love our roster if it's healthy, but dude, we're not. We got some injuries right now. Notable injuries.
Yeah, like I said, to me, what they did is they put Sam Presti on the clock. They put the Thunder are now on the clock. Mm-hmm. I mean, you have got what's up, Big Taz? What's up, big man? Let me see. Denver, in my opinion, because our team doesn't have the same stamina as Russell. I don't give a shit about Russell Westbrook, bro. Don't give a shit. He can keep his ass right. I want Russell to play against us because guess what's going to happen, Hotspot? He going to do some stupid shit just like he did when he played for us. So you keep his ass. Go ahead. Love Russell. Play him as much as he want. Play him. Play him at the end of the game. I want to see that. I'd be so happy. Oh, my God. Yes, please, because he's going to do some stupid shit, which is what he does. He can't help himself. He does not know how to – he's not a smart basketball player. He is a full-out, I'm going to play as hard as I possibly can on both ends of the floor. That's what Russell Westbrook is.
I really – and I know you don't care about this, but me as a talking person, I do care about this. I just had these people. I was at cheer practice last night. I had these parents, and one of them is really knowledgeable about basketball. Mm-hmm. We started talking about the Thunder, and I was like, and I said something about Luka. I don't remember what we were talking about. But anyway, you got up Russell Westbrook, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of like Russell. He's kind of a jackass. Yeah. And they looked at me like, what are you talking about? He's the best player that's ever played for the Thunder.
No way.
And I looked at him and I said, so you're telling me he's better than Kevin Durant? When he was here, yes. And I said, so you're telling me he's better than top 10 all time? And they're like, well, no, but when he was here, I'm like, oh, I just shut up right there. I was like, all right.
You can't talk to certain people.
You can't talk to them.
You can't talk to certain people. You can't talk to certain people.
She looks at me and she goes, well, you never played, you never coached. I said, yeah, but I know somebody that's got a lot more experience than you do. I'll put him on the phone right now.
Yeah. I just believe that I think that, and this is my opinion, Nathan. We were talking about this earlier in the chat. Sam Presti has to make a move now.
I think so too.
We are if AD is healthy in the playoffs, along with Gafford and Kyrie, he's got some issues with his back. But if he's healthy, Dallas doesn't. We don't matter. Whatever it is with us and them, I don't know what the hell it is. But it's just they're an ugly matchup for us. It is. But
they killed us in the regular season without Luka.
Yeah.
And if you add AD to that lineup, they're going to kill us even more.
Okay, this is how I look at it. The first game they beat us, we lost it in the second quarter, like you and I talked about. The second time we came back and we beat them in the cup. This last time they beat us, remember that was with SGA not playing on a Friday night on the back-to-back in Dallas.
Right.
And then when we came back, we did not have, was it Caruso or did we not have iHeart, guys? Do y'all remember?
I think iHeart.
Chat, was it iHeart? Did we not have iHeart?
Something like that, yeah.
And didn't Caruso get hurt or something? Whatever. I forget exactly what it is. But I know we weren't full strength against them here. And then once again, we lost it in the second quarter, which we've talked about. Mm-hmm. And it's just something about Dallas and us. I don't know what the hell it is with that team. I don't know. Let me see. Matthew says, I still don't see them beating us in the playoffs. I said that last year.
Mm-hmm.
Until after the first game, after the third game when he did what he did, I was like, what the hell? And then the fourth game, if you guys remember, game 4, SGA said, F this, and just took over and scored, 6 straight times or something ridiculous, and won game 4 in Dallas. So we're tied 2-2. We come back to here for game 5, and he changes the lineup and inserts Isaiah Joe, and we lost. Game 6. Go ahead.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, game 6. We're up 1 with 20 whatever seconds left. Jay Will does not blocks out on a free throw. P.J. Washington gets the rebound. Then P.J. Washington gets fouled by SGA in the corner with 2 seconds, whatever, and Daigneault challenges the play. The TV people are like, well, what are you doing? I'm going crazy. What the hell are you doing? All you have to do is ask SGA, did you foul him? And SGA would say, yeah, I got him on the hand. He didn't ask him. He went ahead and challenged the play. And because of that, he missed the last free throw. He only had to make 2 out of 3. And if he makes all 3, okay, boom. We get timeout. We're down 2 with the ball at half court. And Daigneault is fantastic at what, Nathan?
Out of bounds plays.
Calling out of bounds plays.
And you got to trust Kitty at that point, too.
He's fantastic as that. I like our chances. Down 2, game 6, at home, with the ball, 2 seconds left. I like our chances.
Mm-hmm. That's when SGA thrives, man.
I like our chances. Well, actually, we were on the road. We're in Dallas.
Yeah,
I like our chances.
That's when he thrives.
Yep, I'm okay with that. Remember, SGA shot 61%, guys. And game time, game winning shots, whatever you want, and pressure shots in the last 2 minutes of the game. 61%. So do you not like our chances in game 6? So all I'm telling you all is this. Yes, I understand what you're saying, but you got to understand coaching matters as well. Coaching matters, bro. And if you think it's not, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Because coaching matters.
We talk about this all the time. And I'm here to tell you, every single ex-NBA, college, whoever you want to say, player I've ever heard talk about this has said the same exact thing. Talking heads that don't really know basketball, that just talk basketball but never played, don't really know that.
Right. They don't know that. That's why, Nathan, I was listening to these guys today. Somebody told me to go listen. I was like, okay, I'm doing a show. What the hell are you talking about this trade? Oh, it doesn't affect the Thunder. And I'm like, the hell is wrong with you? You don't think Anthony Davis affects not only the Thunder but the whole West? Are you crazy?
Well, I mean, here's the thing, man. I'll be honest with you, too. Like, I think the Lakers came out big in this trade.
Yeah. Well, what the Lakers basically did was set themselves up for the future with Luka. That's what they did.
Absolutely.
That's what they did. That's what they did.
And for Luka, cornerstone for the next 10 years, man.
Yes. I mean, I Luka's 25, SGA's 26. So, I mean, all they did was set themselves up. Now, I saw somebody talking about how what this basically does for the Lakers is, well, we got dude, they only gave up 1 pick. Why? Because Dallas wanted to get rid of him and they wanted AD. That's why they said, hey, what can we get? That's what happened. And Pelinka said, okay, we'll give you 1 first-round pick, and I'm going to tell you what's up, what else is up. Max Christie?
He's a good player.
He's a good player.
Good player.
What they've done is they've strengthened their defense. Now they're matching Oklahoma City. That's what they've just done on wing defenses between him and between what's that guy's name? P.J. Washington and what's the
And they
other kid?
didn't.
And
No,
Marshall.
they traded. Did they get
No,
PJ Washington?
I don't think they did they?
No. No, I'm sorry, PJ. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about PJ Tucker. I don't.
No, no, no,
PJ
no, no.
Tucker.
That's a different. He's a different team. So that's
You know,
what I'm saying.
he got traded today too, or yesterday. So that's why I was like, well, I had him in my
Hotspot
head.
Hotspot says Davis is a lazy and disappears at tough times.
No, he
Man,
does.
I'm
No,
telling
he
you
does
this.
not.
I'm gonna say this. When you're happy, remember when he left New Orleans, Lakers won their chip. He was
Mhm.
happy to get the hell out of New Orleans. Okay? And then I think what he did is he got disgruntled and was like, oh, yeah, whatever. But he has been in the best shape he's been in and played in more games since the last few years because Ron's got him in the gym and working out and all that. Because what did he say? He would take 3 months off or something. How the hell you going to take 3 months off? To do what?
Did
Take
this?
about a week off,
Did
2 weeks
you?
off, get in the gym.
Did you go through the potential starting lineup for the Mavericks? Did you name that off yet?
No.
Okay, listen to this, dude. Kyrie Irving,
Luke.
Klay Thompson,
Mm-hmm.
P.J. Washington,
Uh-huh.
Daniel Gafford, and Anthony
Yep,
Davis.
that's their 5. Yeah.
That
That'll be their
is
closing 5. For sure.
defensively. I mean, now Kyrie's a little sib on defense, and Clay's not what he used to be. But
Other
my
than that,
goodness,
rim
man,
protection.
wow,
Rim
you might
protection
have,
is ugly.
dude. SGA's. I mean, good luck.
Okay,
He's gonna have to shoot a lot of mid
yeah.
range.
This is what just basically they did. Who is the number one guys in the chat? Who is the number one driving team in the league? Who drives to
That's
the
us.
basket the most in the league?
That's us.
That would be
That's
us.
us.
They have
Mhm.
2 rim protectors now, not one. Because remember,
Well,
when they played Lively and Gafford together, they couldn't really do that because they have 2 guys who can't score. All they can do is rebound. So that messed them up. Now they don't have that. They have 2 rim protectors between Gafford and AD, except AD can score. So now they only got one guy on there who is a semi liability in there. And yes, Clay he's not all the way washed, Matthew, but he's a I'd say he's probably what, Nathan, 70% of what he used to
yes,
be,
he's still a shooter, man.
eighty
He's still a
percent.
shooter. Still a
But he
shooter.
can get hot. And by the way, Matthew, I'm still mad at the 37 he put on our ass at game in the
Oh,
third
dude.
quarter. I was at that
Yes.
game going, somebody punch his ass in the stomach.
Yes.
Hey, the commander's looking at me like, that's when we played. I go, I know, but somebody do knock something. He's killing us.
Oh, by the way, dude, I mean, they got, like you talked about Spencer Dinwiddie, Derek Lively, Najee Marshall,
Yeah,
Quentin Grimes, Jaden Hardy. That's off the bench.
yeah. And
That's
and Dinwiddie is the only weak link out. Dinwiddie is the only weak defensive link out of that.
yeah, that running the second unit, he's really good at that.
Yeah. And he had a big game against us. Dinwiddie, I don't expect him to do
Yeah,
that a lot. But
Najee Marshall.
yeah,
Don't sleep
but
on
Najee
Najee
Marshall
Marshall.
defensively, oh man.
And Quentin Grimes can shoot, man.
Yeah,
He
I'm
can
just saying.
shoot.
What Dallas basically did is Dallas said, "Yeah, Rashawn, it's." Dallas said, "Okay, they got a lineup directly coming at Oklahoma City." That's what they did. They took a shot across our bow. That's what they
Do you
did.
remember what we did when we got Perkins? You remember that when
Yeah,
we couldn't beat the Lakers.
yeah,
What
because we
did
didn't
we
have
do?
a big.
We went and got a big, and look what happened.
Yep, that's exactly why we got Perkins to go over there hump with the Lakers. I agreed.
That's right.
And now they made a shot. Hotspot says, OKC, that means they're going to play a 2-3 zone. They're not going to play no 2-3 zone. They ain't going to play no zone. They don't have to play zone. Against us, Oklahoma City, and still driving and collapsing the basket for backdoor cuts. Just please
Yeah,
don't chunk up more threes. Okay, Hotspot, I'm going to say this. The only way we're going to win is three things. SGA going to do what SGA does. We all agree on that. The second thing is that we're going to have to do what? Our defense is going to do what they do and D up the opposing team. Hey, baby. Hey. There. And the third thing we have to do is make threes.
which
And
we
I'm
can do.
and don't get me wrong, Hotspot. I'm not talking about shooting 53s. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is you're going to have to make shots because what they're going to do is this. They're going to take the ball out of SGA's hands, and we have to have somebody in the middle who is going to be able to make a move. Now, Jay Will played good last night when they double teamed SGA. He made some good moves to the basket.
He
Agreed
did.
at the
He
free
did.
throw
He
line.
did.
But
Yep,
that's
he
not who
did.
the hell we want catching the ball at the free throw line trying to make a decision. That needs to be J-Dub. That needs to be Kaysen. That needs to be Caruso. That needs to be
Ihart's pretty good at that too.
iHeart. It needs to be one of those guys catching the ball in the middle, making them pay 4 against 3. That's what it needs to be. Plain and simple. Okay?
I'm gonna tell you this, dude. It doesn't matter if we make a trade or not. We don't have Chet in that series. We ain't winning.
Let me see. How's Dallas in the play-in though they were top 5? Well, Dallas is in the play-in right now because Luka hadn't played, but they're still. This is why I believe Dallas made the trade. Number one, the max extension for Luka's coming up. Okay, and I know I believe they've already offered him the max extension. Said, okay, here's going to be your max extension. I believe they've already done that.
Hey, but you know what? I didn't know this. Today when he got traded, he's not eligible for Supermax.
Not now yet. I know. Yes, I know because you have to be at the same team. That's why SGA is trying. I believe just trying to hang out so he's with the Thunder get his supermax. Because if the Thunder trade him, they don't have whoever the next team is only has to pay him the max, not the supermax.
Right.
But anyway, that's neat. That's a separate thing. Anyway, when you look at what they've done and where they're at, the Thunder have to make a move. And if Stephen A. is right, and you and I talked about this, Nathan, Stephen A. Smith said, is Sam Presti and the Thunder content on being a perennial playoff attendee or a championship team? And the Dallas Mavericks said, for us to beat the Thunder, we have to go big and we have to get rid of Luka because, number one, he was what? The Supermax he did not sign yet. Number two, they don't know if he was going to. Number three, defensively, he's a liability. What he gives them offensively, he kills them defensively. Because what did the Celtics do? They went at his ass every single time when he's on defense. And then offensively, what did they do? They cut off the corners and said, hey, you got to beat our guys one-on-one.
I mean, don't sleep on him though. He's still a top 5 player for sure.
No. That's not my point. That's not my point. My point is now defensively, they don't have any. They strengthen themselves defensively on the wings just like we are, and they strengthen themselves in the middle. When we get Chet back, that's who we are. We suck. We kill you on the wings, on the perimeter, and number two, our inside presence with Chet and Ihart.
Yeah, I mean, like I just said, if we have Chet back, which we should, hopefully we do. If you throw that lineup out on the floor that I just said for Dallas, and you throw SGA, J-Dub, Chet, Ihart, and Cam Johnson, that's a formidable team. I mean, you can beat Dallas with that team.
Yeah, agreed. But this is the thing. How about this? Hotspot says, if Sam doesn't improve our chances of winning, we can officially call him the Jerry Jones of basketball. I don't know if I'm going to go that far. Are you going to go that far, Nathan?
Wish we had that much money.
Yeah. You see that he was looking at selling the team to Elon Musk for $9.2 billion?
Jerry?
Yeah. I said, I don't believe Jerry's going to do that. I don't believe it. But anyway.
You know, I've heard you talk about the Luka trade. You haven't even mentioned the De'Aaron Fox trade.
Oh.
Did you see that tonight?
To San Antonio?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's where he wanted to go.
I know.
And my thing is this, Nathan. Sacramento, how the hell do you trade him within conference?
Oh, man. Oh.
Him and Vic, dude. All I can say is this. Everybody in the West have said, okay, here we go. Here we go.
San Antonio's ready, man.
Because, listen, the Thunder were the first team to say, bam, we're going to hit everybody in the mouth by signing Ihart and by trading for Caruso. The Thunder fired the first shot in the West this year. Agreed? Does everybody agree with that? Thunder fired the first shot by signing Ihart and by trading for Caruso. We fired the first shot. 100%. Now Dallas has fired in retaliation, and so now San Antonio and the Lakers, what they basically said is, we're setting up for the future.
I bet I'm in on San Antonio making the playoffs, at least the play in.
Yeah, they'll be fine. But I'm just saying is what they basically said is we're building for next year and the next year. That's what San Antonio did. That's what they're doing. Okay, that's what RC Buford and them are doing. They're saying, okay, in the future, this is what we're doing. That's what they did. Yes, I've finally been telling OKC people that the trade was against us. It's like OKC forgot Mavs beat us in 3 times without Luka.
Twice without Luka.
No, they beat us 3 times. Right, twice without Luka. Even their moves last year would have beat us. Shaking my head, hot spot. Yeah, they're. I mean, but like I said, guys, we fired the first shot. This is their counter to our deal. Now the question is, it's like now here's our turn.
Well, and here's the thing. It really bugs me. We facilitated that Daniel Gafford trade. And I've talked about this a couple of times.
Oh God, yes. We gave them Gafford.
We gave him Gafford.
We gave him Gafford last year.
And then we trade like what 3 seconds to get that pick back.
Yeah.
And then.
But I'm okay with that.
Dylan Jones. I mean.
Okay, listen, Nathan. We've got so many damn picks. I could care less. We have so many picks. I know, but listen. I told everybody when you and I had this discussion last when we gave them Gafford. Sam Presti did not believe that we were going to be the first overall seed in the West at the trade deadline last year.
No,
he didn't. No, he did not believe that, and he did not believe that Dallas was going to beat us. There's no way he did that. No way. He knew that. Because if he knew we were going to be the number 1 seed and all you did was trade for the one person that you could use his salary to sign iHeart this year, if that's what you did, come on now. I think Sam Presti's smarter than that.
I think he is too. And I'm just saying, it seems like to me, and he's so coveted on these picks, but yet we're wasting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but Nathan, how many second round picks we got left?
I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
How many second round picks do we have left?
That's up. But if you want to use them, go get Cam Johnson.
Well, listen, listen, this year, the thing is this, and we've talked about this. Okay, let's talk about the chat right now, Nathan. Hotspot says, don't sleep on, let me see. Matthew says, so it's Mavs, Denver, OKC. No. And then Hotspot says, don't sleep on Memphis. Matthew says, I'm not sold on the Rockets and Memphis. Hotspot says, I can think the Rockets can knock off one of those teams between Denver and Dallas. They're juggernauts. And Hotspot still likes Gafford. He likes centers that can't do anything. So that's Hotspot.
Well,
remember, he wants Drummond.
Here's the thing with Gafford, though. Okay, I agree with you. He's an old man's, he's an old school center, but he knows what he does. He does it well. And He doesn't go out of his lane.
Nope.
So he's a perfect center in today's game because he shoots high percentages around the basket. He's over 60% around the basket.
Yep.
He's a shot blocker. He's a rebounder, and he doesn't shoot threes.
And he's physical. Yes. And I'm going to tell you this, guys. I agree with Hotspot. The Rockets, I'm going to tell you this. Here's my thing. The Thunder we have to worry about Dallas now because they just, something about, I don't care. In sports, you always have one team that's your nemesis. I don't care what it is. What basketball, baseball, football, soccer is irrelevant. You have one team that's your nemesis. Okay? Dallas is our nemesis. They just are. Now, besides that, if you think you're going to sleep on Houston, you're crazy. Mm-hmm. You better watch out for Houston. And I told everybody before the season started, watch out for the Rockets. Mm-hmm. The second thing with Memphis, they don't scare me so much, but they're formidable.
We match up with them really well.
Denver doesn't scare me that much because they have no bench. And I don't think
hold on, you have a new Russ.
They don't have a bench. Russell starts, I think. Anyway, they don't match up with us bench wise. So that's the advantage we have. So I don't really count them. But this is my thing. Bogdanovich, I don't want Bogdanovich. I want Cam Johnson. You need a big dude who can be physical because remember, guys, you got to get somebody just in case we don't get Chet back. Mm-hmm. I've talked to a couple orthopedics. They don't think Chet's coming back. And my thing is this: if the Thunder know the Chet's not coming back, you need another big guy that's about 6'9", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", that you can put in there is a 3-and-D guy that can play defense and stretch the offense. You got to have that guy. That's Cam. Now, the biggest issue is, what do they want? I'm not giving up Topic, and I don't think Sam Presti is either.
No.
And like someone said earlier, we have the 8th pick or whatever it is, or right now it's 9th, whatever it is. Is that worth holding on to not have a chance to win the chip by putting it out one more year? And I don't want to hear one more person talk about how young we are. Anybody says that, shut the F up. We ain't young. That ship sailed 2 years ago. The thing is, like I've said for the last 2.5 years, we learned how to play defense and put the ball in SJ's hands in the fourth quarter at the end, and we win games. That's the secret sauce to the Thunder. You play great defense, which we do, and you put the ball in SJ's hands and let him finish it off. That's what you do if you want to win. It ain't rocket science. We don't have the team that you can put it in J-Dub's hands and think he's going to do it. Yeah, no. You put it in his hands, let him make the correct decisions, either to score or to kick it to make the right play to the right person to shoot an open shot. That's what you do. So if I want Cam, you have to get the picks. Okay, Rashawn, I'm okay with giving up picks. We got 1,000 of them. And the question is this. Look at our team right now. You've got SGA, J-Dub, Kaysen, Dort, Chet, Ihart, Caruso, and Wiggins, and Joe. That's 9. You're young and set.
Did you say Kendrick?
And Kendrick is 10.
Yeah, you got to after watching this team play last night, and I know
I ain't going on no one game. That one game last night, I'm not going on that.
Here's the thing, though. But you saw glimpses.
But I see that every now and then too. I'm talking about consistently. I'm not glimpses. Glimpses get you beat. Glimpses get you beat. I want to see consistently knocking down shots. And remember, before last night, Aaron Wiggins had been 2 of his last 22 or 23 from 3 up until last night.
Well, yeah, but over the long haul, I mean, you got to take his career number versus.
No, I'm talking about. Listen, like I said before, I'm okay if you're gonna have a slump. Aaron, have him now. Don't wait till the end. Don't have this. Don't go 2 for 24 in the playoffs because we're gonna get beat. I don't care if it's Dallas. I don't care if it's Denver. I don't care who we're playing. If he goes 2 for 24 in 3 games against the team, we're gonna lose 2 of those games because he gets so many open shots. And my thing is this: we need somebody who can play defense, and what Cam Johnson is a bigger Aaron Wiggins that's more athletic and a better player. That's what Cam Johnson is.
Yes.
That's what he is. He's a bigger Aaron Wiggins who's better player. That's what Cam Johnson is. But he's 6'9". So if we don't get Chet back, then all of a sudden you got a front line that you can go with SGA, J-Dub. Then you can pick whether it's Kaysen, Dort, Caruso, and then you have Cam Johnson and Ihart. That's a night. I'm good with those 8, 7. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Because then we are physically big so we can match against Denver. You're big enough where you can match against because then you can have – because Cam, remember, AD is now playing the 4, so Cam can go guard him, and then Ihart can take care of Gafford inside because they're both physical, so you can handle that. Then you got SGA out there doing that to worry about him, and then you got Dort or you got Caruso or you got J-Dub to handle – you have J-Dub to handle Clay, and then you have Dort or whomever to do what you got to do with the other one. Dort, Caruso, or Kaysen to handle whoever the other person is, whether that's Dinwiddie or whether that's Marshall or whoever the other person is. Yeah. You have a guard that can handle that person.
I just scrolling and just saw this article, and I know we knew this, but man, it hits you in the face when you see it. SGA's first year at Supermax, $72 million.
He's $400 million, man. He's $400 million.
I know.
But Nathan, we're getting $77 billion.
I don't disagree.
So I don't care. The numbers are ridiculous. I don't care about the numbers. Hotspot says Kendrick is very tough when he plays real point guard. Kendrick is not a point guard, bro. He's not a point guard. Kendrick is not a point guard. I don't want him with the ball. I want his ass back down low. Listen, Hotspot. What you guys are looking at last night thinking these guys can play. You've got one player, and that's SGA. Then the rest of them, I want you shooting threes. I don't want you trying to create jack shit. I want you shooting threes, making look drives to the basket and scoring. I don't want you to try to take somebody out the dribble and try to make a pass. I don't want Dort doing it. I don't want Isaiah Joe doing it. I don't want Kendrick Williams doing it. I don't want Wiggins doing it. Because what's going to happen is the one play that they make, they're going to be 1 for 3. That's 2 other possessions. That's either going to cost you 4 to 6 points. So why the hell would I want that? And what I'm trying to do is with you guys, I break down possessions. Y'all break down the overview parts of the game. I don't give a shit about that. I'm breaking down possessions. Games are about possessions. And remember, the playoffs, you get 5 less possessions a game.
Sometimes more.
So you have to think on every possession matters, which is why you can't play Jang and give up 2 or 3 possessions. You got to play the right guys because you can't give away possessions, which is what he does in the second quarter, which cost us against Dallas 3 times, and it cost or twice, and it cost us against 3 times, and it cost us against Golden State. When we lost those games, we lose them in the second quarter. So when you lose them, second quarter, because they know. They watch Dagnall. They know he's going to play J-Dub and sit SGA for 7 minutes in the second quarter. They know that. They know that. So they know I can sneak my guy in there with 8 minutes to go. They're going to bring in Dort or Kaysen or whomever to try to guard him, and they're going to keep their best player on the bench. They know that. So they've got a 2 to 3 minutes window to take advantage of the Thunder and get a run, and that's what teams do every time. That's when we lose. We lost against the Nuggets the same quarter. The Thunder's weak spot is Dagnall managing minutes in the second quarter. That's the weak spot for the Thunder right there. And you can go back and look. You get mad at me all you want to. You can go back and look at it. Plain and simple. Let's be honest. Rashawn says, Sacramento was in a mess after the Kings announced they're willing to trade for Fox. De'Aaron Fox, okay, Rashawn, remember, De'Aaron Fox said he's not signing his extension. They were stuck. They were stuck. Because if they didn't sign it, he was gone. Because remember, Kevin Durant said, I'll sign after the season. And he didn't sign shit and left. So in order to avoid that, they had to trade him. That's what happened. De'Aaron Fox was not signing his extension with the Sacramento Kings. And he said, I wanted to go where?
San Antonio. And
where'd they trade him? San Antonio. Who the hell gives what the? I'm not sending you there. I got the power, and you're gonna screw me. I gave you the max contract before, and you're gonna screw me over by leaving. I'm not sending you where you want to go. Sorry, sorry. But then it's gonna be tough because what team is going to trade for you, knowing that you're not gonna sign with them either. So that hurts you too, right there. Let's go ahead and thank our sponsors, SRB. If you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit our guys up over at SRB. Our guy Mark Long is the man. Hit him up. They love to be able to take care of if you have a complex you're building, or if you have a water treatment plant in your city or county, those guys will take very good care of you. Oak Grove Trucking, if you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit our guys up over at Oak Grove Trucking. They'll take care of you, and they're also adding a new truck. And then, of course, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank that makes things happen.
Yes, they do. They're an equal housing lender, member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com, or go into one of their 5 locations. The main bank at 401 Elm and historic 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks, just south of I-40, right? They can't miss it, right in front of the hospital. And then YNB Peoples, located on 23rd and Bethany between Rockwell and MacArthur. And, of course, Elm Grove Clothing and my guy, Jonathan Beakey Triplet. By the way, good seeing John Beakey. In fact, I have a picture, Nathan, of us at the basketball alumni reunion this past weekend. So, but anyway.
How'd that go, by the way?
It went real good. The Thunder, the OSU has won their last 5.
Did you get your pink shirts?
I got my pink shirt on right now.
Okay.
But this is the only time I'll be able to wear it. It's an extra large. As soon as I wash it, it's over. But anyway, John, I don't know if you've been watching Kendrick Perkins on TV. It's so funny. The suit he had on, that's the exact suit that I was supposed to order for this event that I was going to go to. And I'm like, he goes, man, you still want that suit? Hell no, I don't want that suit. Yeah, Big Perk is wearing it. What the hell? I ain't matching him. We can't. I'm better looking than he is. We can't do that. So,
Oh.
so anyway, if you got a need for a suit, $800 to $1,000, he can get your suit for you and get you hooked up. Okay, let's get back to our chat. No, Kendrick is very good when he plays. What the hell is a real point guard? What the hell is a real point guard? That ain't him. He doesn't have the handles, bro. What are you talking about, Hotspot? He does not have the handles. No way. If you're in the run for us only through SJ, they will double and triple team him. Exactly, Matthew. That's our point. That's what we're saying. They're going to double team SGA. So what he's going to do is whoever you kick it to at the top of the key is the person that's going to make the difference. Okay? That's what we're saying right now, Matthew. Agreed. But the offense has to run through him. If it's not going to run through him, we're not winning. I don't know what game you've been looking at, but we're not winning without him. The ball, everything has to run through him. When they double team him, you have the right person at the top of the key, which is probably iHeart or whatever, because I don't think they want to trust J-Dub right there. So I don't know why that is. Matthew, double team and watch the other players press to make plays. This is my thing with the Thunder. Ace, this is your last one. You go back in your room. Go get on your bed and leave me alone.
Oh goodness.
Spoiled ass. Anyway,
Who spoils him?
what I'm saying is, I do because he deserves it.
Just saying.
But all I'm saying is, this is the thing. You guys, Matthew, Hotspot, especially you, Hotspot, the ball has to be put in SGA's hands. Matthew, the ball has to be put in SGA's hands. Okay? Forget all the other nonsense. The ball has to be in his hands. He is the one that makes the engine go. Now, what he will do is, he'll make the correct pass always. But it's got to be to the person in the middle at the top of the key, and then all of a sudden it's a 4-on-3 at that point. You got to have the right guy in the middle. Now, last night it was a J. Will, and J. Will played good last night. But when we lost to the Mavs, they were throwing to J. Will, and he was making a mistake and making the wrong pass and wrong decisions. You have to have the right guy, and that's why what it used to be when we first started winning, which probably none of y'all were even watching the games, which was Josh Giddey. And he would pass to Giddey, and then Giddey would go 4-on-3, and he'd either shoot a floater, shoot a teardrop, make a pass to the wing, and score. That's what the Thunder were doing. Then the next year, we won 20. They were supposed to win 23 games. We won 40. You bring in J-Dub, they're double teaming SGA. You're hitting Giddey again. He's making the right decision. That's how the Thunder were winning. Every time you when you double team SGA, the Thunder have to make you pay by having the right person at the top of the key. Then you got a guy on the left-hand wing, you got a guy in the corner, you got a guy in the corner, you got a guy on both wings and two corners. That's how you then whoever the ball catches in the middle, they've got to be able to shoot a floater, shoot a teardrop, or make the correct decision when the defense collapses on them. That's what you got to do. And if you don't do that, then double teaming SGA works. If you do make that work, then you can't double team SGA at that point because the rest of the players are playing. Now you got to play SGA straight up, and then he's going to do what he does and go kill you. That's the secret to breaking the double team. Plain and simple. It ain't rocket science. But you have to have the right person at the top of the key to catch the ball, to penetrate, to make the offense work. And that's not J. Will. Sorry. Let me see. Let me see. Rashawn Roberts, the other players, Wiggins can make plays, but the coach and front office won't let them shine because they want us to be individual players who score. What the hell? What are you talking about, Hotspot?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It says, this is your role, and that's because it's about the team. Spencer says, what's up, Spence? Yes, sir. He knows what he's talking. Thank you, bro. I thought we can run a Celtic-type offense with 5 shooters, but no, we can't run that. Celtic. We don't have the shooters. We don't have that offense. But once again, this is what I've said. Okay, Hotspot, I'm going to try to explain to you as simple as I can. You got one player, and the rest are role guys. You got one guy. That's SGA. You want the ball in his hands because what SGA does is when he decides to go score, and he'll score 2 or 3 possessions in a row. And just hold on for a minute, Hotspot, before you blow your stack. Pay attention to what I'm saying. When he scores 2 or 3 times in a row, what that does is that makes everybody else relax, and then all they have to do is play their role. Catch the ball in transition to shoot the ball in rhythm. They don't have to make plays. They don't have to put the ball on the ground trying to attack the basket and hit somebody. You ain't got to do none of that. When you start doing that, that's when the Thunder make mistakes. Because even last night on the show the other day on the ESPN, they're like, whoa, SGA didn't touch the ball 2 possessions in a row. Yes, people notice that. You have to let him touch the ball. If you're trying to get your other guys, which is what teams want, they want everybody else to keep the ball and think they can make plays and keep the ball out of SGA's hands. That's what other teams want. And if we do that, we're going to go 1 out of 3 possessions. I can promise you. That's what's going to happen. So you want the ball in SGA's hands, and then you want the others maximizing their potential as the others by making wide open threes or cutting to the basket off a kid to a guy who runs at a guy. He makes the extra pass or he drives and he scores. That's how you win. You thinking that we're a team, that ain't getting it done, bro. That ain't going to win. That's not going to win. Plain and simple. It's not gonna. No way. We are not a team. We're SGA and the others. That's what we are as a team. Now, defensively, oh my God, we are a ridiculous team defensively. You agree, Nathan?
Absolutely.
Okay, the Hotspot saying that Aaron is a potential 20-point a game scorer. No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's too inconsistent.
No, he's not. He's a 10, 12 point per game, maybe 13, maybe. But he doesn't play him as much. Now, I agree he should play him more. Nathan and I both agree that Aaron Wiggins should play more. We don't understand that. 20 minutes? Wait, what? And you're going to play Jane 8 or 9 minutes? Wait, what? Yeah, we're in complete agreement with you there, 100% Hotspot. But Aaron Wiggins is not a 20-point plus per game. Okay, think about it this way. If Chet is healthy, you got SJ scoring, 28, 29, maybe 30. Then you got Chet scoring. This is when before Chet got hurt. You had SJ scoring 28, 29. You had Chet scoring about 24. You had J-Dub at about 18, 19. You had Dort at about 10. That's when the Thunder were rolling. Okay? And then you're going to have iHeart at about 10. That's what you're going to have. Okay? Now, let's go look at our scoring real quick so we can put this in perspective. SGA scoring 32, J-Dub scoring 21, Isaiah iHeart is scoring 11.8, Dort is scoring 9.7, Wiggins 9.5, Joe 9.4. Now Wiggins will be over 10 after this weekend, so tomorrow I'll update the scoring. Okay, so Wiggins after that game, he'll be at 10.5 or something like that. Isaiah Joe at 10, Kaysen at 7.5, Jay Will at 6, Caruso 5.7, K Rich at 5.6. So this is our thing, okay? And my deal is this. Cam Johnson, if you watched us play the Nets the other day, you got to see what the hell Cam Johnson is. He was scoring against our defense, and our defense don't give up easy buckets. He busted us up because he knows he's trying to come here. He knows that. He's trying to come here. And the Nets are trying to do what? Build for the future. They want topic, they want picks, because this year's draft is going to be strong with draft picks. So that's what they want. Now for us, dude, okay, where are you going to put a draft pick? Unless you get Cooper Flagg or one of the top 4 picks.
Hey,
really?
Let me ask you something, Matt. Do you think if we had Cam Johnson for the next 3 years and our current roster intact, do you think we'd be? I mean,
we can win a couple chips. We can win a couple chips. Yeah.
So I say that to ask you this: if it takes Toppage to make that happen, why don't I do it?
Okay, this is the thing with Toppage. If he's 90%, I've said this, of what he was projected to be, then you have him playing A.J. Mitchell's role. Okay.
Yes, but.
Now, it also, if he's 100% of what you think he is, if you want to, that can allow you to get rid of SGA and get a bunch of more picks or get a couple guys or whatever if you want to do that, and he will take SGA's place. And he's cheap. And you ain't paying $72 million.
But still, if you have a chance to win one, I don't even care if it's one.
Yeah, if you're going to win one, this is the year to do it. Because everybody between the Celtics and between Cleveland and the Knicks and us and Rockets, and we're all right there together. I don't think there's any clear cut. Those 4 or 5 teams are right there together. Okay,
Yeah.
so then you got on the outside, you've got Minnesota playing well, playing better together. You've got Denver being Denver because they've got the big fella in the middle. Now you've got, I don't really worry about Philly so much because I don't think Embiid can stay healthy. So I don't really worry about him and Paul George. So I don't really worry about them so much. But I worry about Boston. I worry about Cleveland. I worry about New York. Now, the thing is about I kind of X New York out of there at the end because I think that the Thibs plays them so much they're going to be wore down by the time the playoffs come.
Yes.
But that being said, on top of that, the Thunder are sitting there. The Mavericks put a shot across our bow with this AD. That's a huge thing for them because they're trying to win now.
You got to do something.
They're trying to win now.
Got to do something.
And the Thunder did the exact same thing at the beginning of the year with signing of Ihart and the trading for Caruso. We did the exact same thing. We put everybody on notice, and look what it's done.
Here's the thing, though, and whether I like it or not, I'm still a fan, obviously. In my opinion, what Presti's going to do, nothing. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, well, that's what the commander thinks too. But this is my thing. If Presti does nothing, Stephen A. Smith was right.
Yeah, I agree.
Stephen A. Smith was right. He was right. He believes that Sam Presti is about keeping the Thunder relevant by going to the playoffs every year. That's what he believes the Thunder are. He doesn't believe the Thunder are willing to take a chance to win the chip. He thinks he's going to waste it just like he did when we had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Harden, and Ibaka. He thinks Sam Presti's going to expect the same thing that he did not do the first time to make moves. He's not going to do it again this time either.
Here's the thing I would say to that. To me, if that's the case, then Jerry Jones and him is a pretty good example.
Yeah, that's agreed.
Because that's what that is. That's a smart business move.
Yes. That's a great business move.
It's not a smart sports move, but it's a smart business move.
Yeah, it keeps you relevant.
Yes, that's right. And it keeps the money coming.
Yep, keeps you relevant. Okay. Let me see. I get the point, but I wanted the guys more involved in the offense. I understand Matthew, but no. Let me see. So force them to stay and wait for the ball. No, Matthew, what I'm saying is SGA makes the moves and he sets everybody else up just to be able to shoot or cut to the basket and make a play. Okay? That's what I'm saying. It's not about waiting on the ball. You got a great one-on-one, possibly the best one-on-one scorer in the NBA. So you let him work, and the more he starts cooking, then everybody else relaxes. And when everybody else realizes, I don't have to try to make a play, I only got to make a play. There's a difference. If I'm a role player and I'm just catching and shooting versus me trying to, we haven't scored, I got to make a play to do something. They're not capable of that. We don't have players that are capable of that. And if you think you are, you're not watching basketball. Like, I like Chad, but he thinks he's a scorer and he's a stiff with the ball. I don't want Chad trying to take you off the dribble either. He doesn't have the handles. He's not a unicorn.
Mm-mm.
Okay? Chad is more successful playing off the other players. Agreed, Hotspot. Just like everybody else. Everybody else is more successful playing off of SGA, not to be the playmaker. That's my point. The only one he don't want with the ball in offense is Dort. We agree 100%. Dallas knows they can beat us if they trick Dort thinking he's a playmaker when he's open. Agreed. Rashawn, AJ is a proven though. Why do we need? No, I like AJ. He ain't top. But what I'm saying, Hotspot, Topic, if he's 90% of what he was of healthy, he's a better AJ and he's taller. That's all I'm saying. I like AJ. AJ, it's killing us not having AJ Mitchell. It's hurting us it's killing us. And you are 100% right, Hotspot, when you talked about AJ. You're 100% right. But I'm at the game in Dallas last year, and I'm watching them making double teaming SGA. Whoever got the ball next, they double teamed, and they literally played everybody off to force Dort with the ball. And they literally did him just like they do Westbrook. Go ahead and shoot. And then once he started missing, and I don't care unless you're an SGA or unless you're a Steph or unless you're a certain player, if you miss a couple shots, it gets in your head. Them, they don't give a shit. I'll just keep shooting. I know I'm going to make one. But when you're not that kind of a scorer, you don't have that mentality. And if he's missing a couple shots and then he starts missing and then he starts panicking, then he's in trouble. That's what Dallas did to us last year with Dort. Plain and simple. They took the ball out of SGA's hands. Whoever he made the pass to at the top, they double team him, and they specifically left Dort open. I'm at the game. I'm sitting there watching it in Dallas going, take his ass out. I'm screaming. And you know what the Dallas fans behind me were going, leave him in. Leave him in. And we're right there at the end of the Thunder bench. I know damn well Dagnott heard him. I know they heard him because they heard me screaming, get Dort's ass out of there. And he left him in there to guard Luka. I'm like, we're up to take him out. Don't you see what's going on? And he shot like 5 straight times and missed them all. And then Luka was like 3, and then they started making 3, and they got back in the game. And then SGA closed them off at the end. SGA and J-Dub closed them out at the end of the game. SGA with a steal and a layup, and then I think J-Dub either made a 3 or made a layup or something to close them out in the last 30 seconds, 45 seconds, last minute. SGA and J-Dub closed the door.
To hammer home the point we're talking about, I just ran across this article that I was reading.
Wait, hold on. Go ahead.
Okay. It was about the Dallas trade, and it was about how it affects Oklahoma City. The guy basically goes into, additionally, Oklahoma City, when the 3 losses to Dallas, they got out rebounded 139-8 and outscored in the paint 134-120.
Okay, we did not get a rebound 139-8.
No, 139-108.
Oh, 139 to 108. Okay.
Yeah, so 31 rebounds in 3 games.
Yes.
And that with Davis will only get worse.
Yes. Agreed.
So,
agreed.
If you think it doesn't affect us, you're lying to yourself.
Agreed. Does Dort shoot better this season? Yes, he does, Matthew. I agree. But still, do you want Dort taking 4 or 5 shots in a row if he's not making them?
If he's
not making them, if he's making them, yes. If he's not making them, no. Big Task question: do I watch football? Yes, I do. What's your question? Are you asking about the Super Bowl, bro? Go ahead. I'm more than happy to answer your question. Anyway, Dort is playing, but he is shooting the ball better. We're not shooting the ball as a group compared to what we did last year. Our percentages are down. Okay, that's the fact.
Way down.
Way down compared to where they were. But this is what we are better at. Defensively, we are so good on the perimeter defense. We're shutting people down defensively. Okay? We're not giving you the shots defensively. So that helps. Big Task, what's your question? I don't see a question. Do I watch football? Yes, let me see your question. Matthew says Mahomes 3-peating. Yeah, I want him to win. I do want the Chiefs to win 3 in a row. I do want that. I don't have a football team. Football is the one sport I don't have a team, Nathan.
I didn't know that, actually.
It's one sport I don't have a team. I like players. I like Patrick Mahomes. I like Jackson. I'm not a Joe Burrow fan. I'm an okay fan with Josh. My problem with Josh Allen is that I don't like the fact that when Mahomes lost to Tom Brady in the finals, okay, or in the conference finals, remember Tom Brady threw a pick. They called it back for offsides. They go down and score. 33 seconds left. Mahomes drives them down the field, kicks the field goal, sends it over to. They get the ball. They score a touchdown. They win. Mahomes don't get the ball back. The Chiefs asked for the opportunity to say both teams should touch the ball. Everybody goes, no. Every single NFL team, all 31 teams said no. We don't need to have both teams touch the ball. As soon as Mahomes and Josh Allen play, Josh Allen don't touch the ball. Now all of a sudden, everybody wants, Buffalo. Oh, well, we both teams should touch the ball. Chiefs said, okay, we wanted to do that 2 years ago. Okay, We're comfortable with that. We asked for this rule 2 years ago, and Buffalo Bills, you said no. And guess what happened? Came back to bite you. Now all of a sudden, they're talking about Josh Allen cheating and all this stuff. Listen, if he would have got the first down, in that quarterback sneak, you still had 13 minutes to go in the game. So what? I mean, come on, guys. You can't blame it on officials. You got beat. And by the way, let's think about this. Pretty sure Mark Andrews dropped a, for sure, 2-point conversion. Pretty sure. Just saying, Nathan.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
But anyway, Matthew, like I like Hurts too, but I don't think he has a chance. I like Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
By the
I
way,
like him.
what does he call himself? A uh, roll sooner roll. What does he call himself? Because he includes the Sooners and the Tide in his deal. He goes, what does he call him? You know when they ask what school
Oh,
you
well,
went to,
I don't
he
know. I
he
didn't hear
says
that.
something. I forget what he says. Says something that has uh, roll Sooners or something like that. He says that he includes Alabama and OU. He does both schools.
That's funny.
I love Mahomes, but if Eagles beat us, I don't mind because I want Kellen Moore haters to eat crow for blaming Keller for Dak's f ups. Dak is just Dak, bro. He's just Dak. I agree. Okay, I guess Big Task is not here to ask us a question about football, so we'll go back to the Thunder. All I know is this: if Nathan, if you're right, and Sam Presti does nothing, because what do we have? 3 days?
4.
Well, tomorrow's the third.
Three and a half. 3.5.
Cospa says, I want the Cowboy fans to see that Jerry and Dak are the core of the problems in Dallas. I don't know how the hell they don't see that. Jerry is the core. He's an older man who needs to go away, but he is so stuck on himself. That's it. And so that's kind of how I look at it. But Nathan, if Sam Presti doesn't make a move in 3 days,
He will. I mean, he will, but it won't be.
I mean, I just,
Here's my fear, dude. It's going to be some washed up veteran that he thinks can play, and then he's going to take minutes from the other guys. That's always what happens. And it's not just Gordon Hayward. I like Derek Fisher, but it's moves like that. That's what he'll do.
well, like what I'm saying is last year, like I said, I give him the pass for Gordon Hayward. Because what he did is he took the contract that we all knew that was expiring because you and I both wanted who? Who was the number one on our list to get? iHeart,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
That was you and I's number one guy we wanted last year, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so he did that move for that, but I believe that he would not have sent Gafford to Dallas if he knew we were going to be the number one seed and that was good. He knew he was helping Dallas. I don't think he didn't doubt he was helping Dallas, and that was what they needed because he's smart enough to know basketball and know that that's what they were needing inside presence. Okay, so I believe Sam Presti knew that. I'm not even saying he didn't because I believe he does. He did. But to say that, I look at this. I look at, okay, well, he did that because he didn't think we are going to win. And he was setting up for this year because he made the move, like I've said, guys. He made the move. iHeart and Caruso. And then that sent us way above everybody else. Everybody else was kind of like here at the end of last year. We're all kind of right there together. And we went boom with those two moves. Right, Nathan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what Dallas did is say, boom. Now they moved right underneath us, is what they did. Because if this is my thing, if we get Chet back at the end of the year and we have Caruso and we're healthy, I'm not worried about the AD trade so much. Okay?
Right.
But once again, we're going to win because SGA is going to do what SGA does. Our defense is going to do what they do. They're going to beat the hell out of whoever it is because in the playoffs, remember, the playoffs is way more physical. And we are a physical defensive team. We're physical as hell. We beat the hell out of you on the perimeter. Not so much inside, but we beat the hell out of you on perimeter. And the third thing is, if we're making threes, nobody's going to beat us. I don't care if it's Dallas. I don't care if it's the Celtics. I don't care if it's Cleveland. I don't care who it is, because when SJ starts rolling and we start knocking down threes and our defensive pressure, then all of a sudden you've got to go small to match us, you're in trouble. Once you change what your fundamental thing is for us, that's when the Thunder do their thing. Plain and simple. That's when the Thunder do their thing. Big Taz, that was my question. Wondering who you want if you watch football. Okay, I answered it. AD does not bang down low that much. No, Matthew. That's why he wanted to get out of LA. He wanted to play the 4. That's why he's in Dallas. He wanted to play the 4. He wanted to be a small forward. He wants to shoot threes. He don't want to get in there and bang people. He doesn't want to be inside. He wants to be a 4. He don't mind playing 5 a little bit, but he wants to be a 4. And with Gafford, that allows him to play the position that he wants to play. Hotspots. Chet was dunking last night, so we shall see. Dude, I agree with you, Hotspot. I think that if we get Chet back, then we're a solid team. But we still need Cam Johnson. And this is why. He is not going to be Dort where he's inconsistent, Wiggins where he's inconsistent, Joe where he's inconsistent, Caruso where he's inconsistent. He's not going to be any of those guys. They all are inconsistent. K-Rich, inconsistent. All of those guys are inconsistent. Period. You have SGA, who's the only consistent guy we got. I mean, think about this for 1 second. There's only been 3 guys to average 30, 2 guys to average 30, shoot 50%, have 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and 1 block. There's been 3 guys to do it once. There's been 2 guys to do it more than once. Jordan did it 3 times. SGA is getting ready to do it his 2nd or 3rd time.
I think Jordan did it 5 times.
Well, no, Jordan did the 55. It was 50. It was 30 points, 50% shooting, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2. He did that 5 times. But I think the 50 point, 30%. 30 points, 50% shooting. 5 rebounds, 3 steals. I think what he did 5 times, Nathan, was the 30 points, 2 steals, and one block or whatever. That's what he did 5 times. But the 5 rebounds and the 2 blocks and 2 steals and the 1 block, I think he did that 3 times, which is crazy. And supposedly the greatest player, LeBron, never did it once. So let me see. I think Lively and Gafford are tougher together. I don't know about that. AD and Gafford are going to be way tougher than Lively because Lively can't score.
Yeah.
Can Mark not let Kidd out coach him, Rashawn? We agree. That's what we're saying. 2nd quarter. Those 2 minutes. Like, listen, I'm going to tell y'all all this. Pay attention. With 8 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter, he sits SGA to the 5.5, 6. So those minutes. So from the 8-minute mark and 7 until they bring in their best player, and you see what he does. On a timeout, he will bring in Dort, he will bring in Caruso or Kaysen or whoever, and leave SGA on the bench. And then when the other team makes its run, then they put SGA in. No, when we put SGA in, and Nathan and I have said this how many times, Nathan? When SGA goes in the game, they immediately, the other team puts their best player in the game every single time. Dagnall believes his best player is already on the floor, J-Dub. So he leaves him in there for 2 minutes, and then goes, oh, they just went on a real run. Let me change up and take J-Dub out and put my guy back in. Well, too late. Too late. So I don't get that. Let me see. Reports are coming out that the recent trades has sparked great concern for the Thunder. Yes, Big Taz, that's what we're saying. We're talking about that right now. The Mavs trade. Let me see. I saw that the show the Thunder was a completely different team without Shea. We need another scorer. Yes, Alex, we're talking about that right now, and that guy is Cam Johnson. We need another guy who can score. The rest of those guys aren't consistent. J-Dub isn't either. He's not a consistent scorer. Don't you think, Nathan? Is he consistent? No, he's not consistent. Let me see. Hotspot. Caruso set the tone defensively. But if you sneeze on him, he gets hurt. I don't know about that, Hotspot.
Who are they talking about?
Caruso. It's like Caruso sets the tone defensively, but if you sneeze on him, he gets hurt. That hurts us as a team. He needs to stay healthy. I agree. 100%, bro. You still got to rest him in a couple of minutes. No, Matthew, you're confused with what I'm saying. All I'm saying is SGA plays the whole 1st quarter and whole 3rd quarter. Okay, that's 24 minutes. In the 2nd quarter, he puts him in with 5:35 or whatever. And at the 8-minute mark, what we lose to teams and what they do is they put in their best players for those 2 minutes while SGA is on the bench, and they make a run and get into a rhythm without SGA in the game. That's my point, Matthew. So if SGA plays, let's say the way it is now, He plays 12 and 12, that's 24. He plays those 5 minutes that you're talking about, that's 27. Then in the fourth quarter, let's say he plays 7. That's 34. So you're saying that you don't want to play him for 2 more minutes? So instead of 36, we play 34? Is that what you're saying? That 2 minutes matters. When we've lost to these teams, it's been in the second quarter in that stretch. And as my friend calls him, he calls him 2 minutes too long. That's what he calls him. And he's been saying that. And if you've been watching us for the last 2.5 years instead of just now, then everything I'm telling you, you would have already seen. I've been griping about this for 2.5 years. He is the minutes manager, 2 minutes too long. And that's what my guy Mark Long called him 2.5 years ago. But y'all weren't watching. Y'all weren't watching. You weren't watching back then. You only watch it now. I've been watching. It's been the same thing. He has 3 glaring weaknesses. He's a minutes manager, which causes him to mess up the flow of the game and to do what? Play bad lineups. Those are his 3 weaknesses. His strengths are out of bounds plays and developing talent. Those are his 2 strengths. But now we're developed. We're ready. And that's what I'm saying about all these trades and all these draft picks. Dude, where are you going to put them?
Mm-hmm.
We're loaded. We got players out the wazoo. Where you going to put them? I mean, right now, as it stands, you've got SGA, J-Dub, Dort, Kaysen, Ihart. Then you have Caruso, Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, and K. Rich, J. Will. That's not counting Chet because he ain't there. And then AJ, when he comes back, that's 11. And when you get Chet, that's 12. Now, in the playoffs, you can only play 9. Depending on who you play at 10, maybe. But you can only play 9. And that's SGA, J-Dub, Kaysen, Dort, Chet, Ihart, Caruso, and then Isaiah Joe or whoever or AJ. That's your 9. Or Wiggins in there for Caruso. I mean for AJ. That's who you're playing. If you play 11 players, you're gonna get beat in the playoffs. That's a fact. Can't do it.
Yeah.
And if he does that, we're going to lose. Let me see. Roshan, Matthew, Kerr, Kidd, Rivers exposes Mark's rotation weaknesses. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's correct, Roshan. They know what he's going to do in the second quarter. And we've lost multiple games in the second quarter this year because of what he does in the second quarter. And I'm telling you, when they make their move, they know they have a 2-minute window that SGA is going to rest because Dagnall is going to sit him for those 2 minutes. Like the other night, dude, he's going off for 21 in the first quarter and he's going off and you sit him for 7 minutes? He's going off.
Yep.
Why are you sitting him for 7 minutes? You've just cooled off. What are you doing? You sit him for 4 or 5 minutes. He goes off. You may have sit him for the whole. Let's say he plays 7 minutes. Okay, that's 19 minutes in the first quarter. In the first and second quarter, that's 19 minutes. Then in the third quarter, he plays 12 minutes. That's 31 minutes, and you blown him out, and he don't play the fourth quarter. Those 2 minutes in the second quarter matter. So to go along with what you're saying, Matthew, okay, so I'm playing him that 7-minute mark of the second quarter. That means he's played 19 minutes. Then he plays the whole third quarter. That's 21 minutes. Game's over. He don't have to play the fourth quarter. He's played 31 minutes instead of playing 38, 39. He's set because those 2 minutes that you did not sit him mattered.
Yes, they do.
And he still is the only coach in the NBA that has his best player going off and is hot, and he sits in for 7 minutes. 7 minutes and his player's going off. And he was never the same player then. What was he, 8 for 9 or 8 for 11 or 9 for 11 or something from the field or 8 for 10 or whatever, something stupid, and you sit him for 7 minutes, then he went 3 for 10? Come on, man. The cooler. Let me see. I would like to have Dagnall replaced as well. And nobody's going to be there. This is my thing. SGA doesn't want to, he's not a rock the boat guy. He's just let me play, whatever. He's like KD, except more vocal. Okay? Because KD was, man, I just want to go out there and play. That's KD. I just want to play, man. Can we just go out there and play? But Russell was more vocal, so they let Russell lead the team, and it destroyed us. That's what happened. Now, like I said, against the Knicks, I believe it was, Hartenstein got pulled down. I don't think he was trying to get hurt. SGA goes over and grabs Hartenstein, grabs Dorn's like, get the hell out of there. Get your butt over there. And they go, oh, okay, let's go. We ain't trying to fight. We trying to win. We ain't in no fight. We're winning this game. Get your butt over there. We ain't getting caught up in all that nonsense. Get your ass over there and let's go. Get your head back in where we're supposed to be. We ain't trying to get physical and fight them. We're trying to kick their ass on the court with basketball, not with our fists. KD would have never done that. That's the difference. Let me see. Hotspot says, I'm about to say something crazy, Nathan.
No, not Hotspot.
He says, let's trade for KD. No. Now, would KD help us? Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Would KD help us? Yes.
So you're saying if we get Kevin Durant, okay,
if we have Kevin Durant, we win. But I don't know.
Oh, isn't that the goal?
I don't think that KD would come back here. Well, actually, I think he probably would.
Presti's not doing it.
Presti's not doing it.
He's not doing it. But if we did, see, that's the thing. That's the thing that I don't like about the mindset of this organization. And we've talked about this at nauseam. It's not about winning a title. It never has been, and it never will be. Unfortunately, that's the mindset. I mean,
the Thunder. That's the Thunder mindset.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's not first on their radar. It never has been.
You might be right.
I mean, I hate to say that, but I mean, if it is, they've done a piss poor job of doing it.
Well, I don't know about that because we gave up a lot to try to get Carmelo and them here and Paul George. We gave up a lot. Yeah, we did, and then we got a lot back.
Yeah, no, Paul George, yes, but
I mean, we had no picks. We had nothing. We went all in. We went all in.
Yeah,
Nathan, no, we went all in.
Yeah,
we went all in.
Right.
We went all in.
Let me rephrase it. I feel like maybe I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I think you kind of know what I'm trying to say. Like it just seems that they don't make the moves when they need to.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I think that now at the beginning of the year, as I've said, Sam Presti made the move.
Yeah, you're right.
Now here we are. We're still we're sitting here now. Okay. And now we're making that move. Now remember, everybody, Billy Donovan, Mark Dagnall came up with Billy Donovan from Florida, and Presti, that was Presti's boy back in the day. So come on now, that's where they came from. And at the time when you drafted when we got Dagnall as a coach, they didn't expect us to do nothing. Okay, they were in full rebuild. But what everybody doesn't understand is, and what only the Clippers knew, is how good SGA was. Because the Clippers had him. They knew what they were getting. They were giving up. They did not want to give him up. Everybody forgets. Doc Rivers said public, we didn't want to give up SGA. We tried to convince Kawhi, no, we need to keep SGA here, and he wanted Paul George. SGA is the difference maker in that trade, along with the picks that is still given. The Clippers, their picks are still giving us picks. But that's the difference. SGA is the difference, period. This is going to be his third straight All-NBA team. And remember, Luka had 5, and how many of guys have had 5 straight? It's only been they have 5. They actually have 5 first-team All-NBAs. There's not that many that even have 5 first-team All-NBAs. There's not that many. 5 or 6 that have 5. Not that many. I think foreign players, there's Luka, Giannis, who was it? They said it the other day. It was Luka, Giannis.
I can't say that I know. I'm sorry.
Man, who was it? It wasn't Dirk. I forget. It was like, because remember, Jokic is on this will be his 5th this year. Or maybe it was Jokic. He'll be in his 5th. Let me see. I don't believe in Billy Donovan. Billy Donovan has killed us playing our starters too long in Game 7. Billy Donovan, I never liked him. He cost us Kevin Durant anyway. I didn't believe in Billy Donovan either as a coach. Burgess, good night, brother. Work in the morning. Good night. The Knicks coach is making the same mistake this year. Yeah, he's playing them too much. That's why hotspot I said that I don't include the Knicks in it because I think that's just too much. He's playing too much. They're gonna be beat out. They're gonna be wore down. So, did Shea come up with Luca? Shea was 1 year before Luca. Luca and Luca and Luca and Trey came out together.
Yeah, same draft,
Yeah.
2018. Trey Young, Luca,
Uh,
SGA.
Rashawn says, why can't the other Oklahoma City fans see that Dallas made the trade to beat Oklahoma City? Because they're football fans, Rashawn. That's why I came on and did the show. Somebody sent me a deal from a guy I watch. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? They didn't think AD was going to. I said, the Mavericks are trying to win right now. That's why they did this trade. That's why they did it. They're trying to win right now. That's why they made the trade. And the Thunder are trying to win overall. Okay? The Thunder are trying to win overall. They're trying to, and I think, Nathan, what you were trying to say is what the Thunder are doing is the Thunder are about, as Stephen A. Smith said, Sam Presti is about making the Thunder perennial playoff, to making them contenders annually. And the Oklahoma City fans will be okay with if every year we're in the playoffs, every year we're playing. Oh, this will be our year. Like the Dallas Cowboy fans are now. Oh man, we're gonna win this our year. That's gonna be the Thunder thing. But right now, last year you had a chance, you didn't make the move. This year you're having a chance. If you don't make the move again, Stephen A. Smith is right. We're done. We're not going. I mean, then next year you're counting on Topic, but you still got to make trades. So weird that Luka does not fit in that LA throne. I think Luka's gonna be fine, but it's down the road. That's what I think. I think Matthew, this is down the road for LA, and I think LeBron likes him. But the Knicks just recently went to a 9-man rotation, which resulted in a 5-game winning streak. Yeah, big task. He's got to change his ways. They can't play 7, 8 guys 40 minutes. They got to be on a 9. They got to be 9, 10 guys deep. They just got to. And it's about managing which 5 he has on the court. Big task. But that being said, the Lakers made this trade down the road. And, I think the Mavericks, number one, Luka didn't sign his extension right away, his max extension, number one. So I don't think they wanted to go down the path this summer of what's he going to do, blah, 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 and all that. I don't think they wanted to deal with that. And number two, Luka has frustrated them because he has his own guy that's telling the Mavericks when Luka's ready. The Mavericks team doctors don't have any say over when Luka's ready. That's why he went. Plus, he's out of shape every year, which I don't understand that. Bro, how are you not in shape? But he's going to be in L.A., and in L.A., what are they? Healthy. People in L.A., they eat healthy. It's a healthier lifestyle than Dallas, which is the Midwest. Hey, let's go get some collard greens. Let's go and get some chicken fried steak, gravy, and mashed potatoes. That ain't L.A. That ain't L.A. Let me see. You think Dallas gets it right now? Yeah, I think Dallas is there. They're right there. They are right there. They made the difference. Now, the question is, we're going to find out within the 3 days, is Sam Presti about winning a chip, or is he about us being a playoff contender? And as far as the people and these Oklahoma fans not knowing anything about what's going on with the Mavericks, what are they? They're football fans. They're football fans. Now, they know about when Dallas screws up. I can promise you that. I can promise you when they know the Cowboys don't do something right. They know that, but basketball, they have no sense. I was listening to these guys today, and they're talking, well, it doesn't affect the Thunder. They're screwing. I said, what the hell are you talking about? That was a shot right across our bow with AD. We're not physical inside, so we'll see. And if we get Chet back, I agree with everything everybody thinks. We get Chet back, it's going to help us. But we need that extra guy who can consistently score. And we don't have him. It ain't Dort. It ain't Joe. It ain't Kaysen. It ain't Caruso. It ain't Wiggins. It ain't K-Rich. Those are guys who may give us something here and there, but consistently, you need a guy who can go out and get you, besides J-Dub, you need a number 3 who can go get you 18, 20, or go get you 30. We don't have that. We don't have that. So, let me see. I like Bobby Portis as a pickup. What do you think, Nathan? Alex R. says.
We don't need Bobby Portis.
No, Bobby Portis got picked up in the trade.
'Cause, I mean, if you get him, 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 'cause, I mean Oh,
Milwaukee.
what trade? Trade did I? What?
No, what? What do you want? Huh?
Bobby Portis trade.
What do you want? Yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks. What do you want?
Did they trade him?
You want the bed? Yeah, Middleton, and they traded for the Miami Heat. Traded
Did
Jimmy
they?
Butler.
Did they trade for Jimmy Butler?
Yeah,
Oh God, I didn't see this. When did this
yeah,
happen?
they were trading Jimmy Butler.
When did they see? When did they? Oh,
Yeah, Miami traded. The Bucks traded for Jimmy Butler, and they gave up Middleton and Portis,
really?
Bobby
This must
Portis
have just
Jr.
been on since
That
we've been
was
on the air.
yesterday.
No, this was just when we were on the air, dude. Because
That was
earlier
like
they.
yesterday or the day before yesterday.
No, 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 no,
Yeah, go back
no.
and look go Google who Milwaukee Bucks traded for.
I will. I'm
Because
on
the
it right now.
Milwaukee Bucks were trading for wanted to trade for Jimmy Butler, and they were giving them
They
middle.
wanted to, but they didn't. They didn't.
So it didn't happen. I know that's
No,
what
it
the
didn't. No, it
they were
didn't.
offering Bobby. They were offering Bobby Portis Jr. and Chris Middleton for Jimmy Butler. Milwaukee was
Uh,
the Bucks. That was the
yeah, because
thing.
I've been trolling Shams all day, and
Yeah,
if it
no,
would have
they.
been,
This was the other. This was Saturday.
let's see.
I know that when it first came up, I know that they wanted to trade. They were trying to trade for the Bucks. Made the pitch for Jimmy Butler to trade for Jimmy, and they were giving him Chris Middleton. Hey, no, they were trading for Chris Middleton and Bobby Portis Jr. to
Yeah,
Miami.
I don't think they did that, man.
I know that's what they were offering.
Let's see. No, dude, it's
Hey,
not
no.
anywhere on Shams' thread, and I guarantee Shams would have had it out there if it would have happened.
Now you being a pain in the ass, okay? Now you go to bed. Leave me alone. Go get in your queen size pillow top bed. Get your ass in bed. Sorry. No, Jimmy refused to trade.
Uh,
Oh, okay. Jimmy refused to trade. Okay.
How do you refuse a trade? Does he have no trade clause?
Uh, no, because the whole thing is he you don't want to trade him somewhere he's not that he wants the max and he wants to go to the Warriors.
Yeah,
And the
well,
Warriors don't have
I did see something that Warriors broke off talks, so
well
earlier today.
because the whole thing is that Steph doesn't want him. I don't think him and
So,
Draymond will get along.
oh my God, they'd fight on the floor, dude.
Yeah, they're
They
not
would
gonna get
fight.
along. But anyway, I know that was the thing. But Butler, the whole thing is he's gonna sign in for his $52 million, and he can't afford to take a year off.
It's too old. Too old.
It says he refused the max, is what they're saying.
What?
They're not giving him the max. The Warriors are not giving him the max. I don't see that. The Bucks maybe, but Jimmy Butler at 36 giving him the max, that's crazy. No way in hell. No way in hell. So, all right, Nathan, let's go. I'm out here, man. I'll see you
Yeah,
tomorrow
yeah.
night. Everybody will be. We have the Bucks tomorrow night, and remember, we're back on TV again, Nathan, Wednesday night
Okay.
against the Suns. And right
Ooh.
now, I was looking at. Oh, let's talk about this, guys, everybody, before we get off. Here's the All Star team set.
Yeah, I know.
Let's
I
talk about
know.
this.
I know.
Okay, as far as my West picks, remember, I said Ja or Jaren Jackson Jr., and I said Shingun or Jalen Green. Remember?
Jalen Green.
Everybody else I picked except James Harden. I did not have James Harden. I don't think James Harden's an All Star. That's just me.
No, I don't either.
But anyway, that's who the West picked. I'm like, so I did not have Harden, and like I said, I had either Jaren Jackson Jr. or Ja. I was good with either one, and I had Shingun or Jalen Green. So I was right about those. And then on the East, I had Cade, I had Dame, I had Garland, I had Brown, and the only ones I missed were Tyler Hero and Siakam, because I had Trey Young, and I didn't have the last one, but Trey Young is who I had. They put Tyler Hero instead of Trey Young.
They put Evan Mobley
Oh, and Evan Mobley. I'm sorry.
three Cavaliers,
Yeah,
man.
well,
That's
remember we talked about that. We said that the Cavs,
we
the
did.
Cavs were going to get to. Remember you and I when we talked about this before. I thought that Mobley was going to be on there because the coach's pick. So I thought he would be on there anyway because he's the third guy. Remember we talked about that. And you're like, oh, I don't like Mobley. I don't think he's that good.
No. That was the Commander, but
Oh, is that the
I love
Commander?
Mobley. That was the Commander. I love Mobley.
So anyway, I'm okay with them having 3. And remember, we're talking about us having 2. And J Dub is in there strictly because we're the number 1 overall seed, tied with the Cavs.
Oh, I won't talk.
I know you don't like him, but
I
anyway,
didn't say I
that.
didn't like him.
So
Dude,
anyway,
it's
we're going. How would you divide the teams up? That's going to be interesting. They divide these teams into 3 teams of 8.
well. First of all, I put J-Dub on the worst team.
J Dub and SGA going to play together because they'll be on Dagnall's team.
Dude, I would really not want that to happen. I would really want them to go against each other because I want to see
No, man.
I want to see SGA.
J Dub is not going to play that much.
Oh, you want to bet if he's on Dagnall's team?
If he's that, you can't because they'll piss players off.
Dude, it doesn't matter.
That's true. You're right.
You talk to your players about winning the chip and preparing preseason. No, we don't put our hands in the clouds.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I agree. But like I said, when I looked at this, Jaren Jackson, yeah, I'm okay. He'll jaw. I'm easy. Şengün or Jalen Green, I'm good. I picked Jalen Green because Little G likes that. So, but anyway, that's the All-Star team, and I'm gonna go into it tomorrow in detail. So, all right, brother. Hey, I want to thank everybody for being in the chat. Thank you for your comments. Thank you, Nathan, for staying up late. It's 11 o'clock. So it's time for us to go to bed, get some rest. And you can see my fat boy, Nathan, he can't remember. He's sticking his head around the corner.
Hey, you want to hear a crazy stat?
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson Jr. is only averaging 6 rebounds a game.
Huh?
6. He only has 6 rebounds a game. Jaren Jackson Jr.
Well, that's because Steven Adams is playing. He's playing 4.
That's true.
He's playing the 4. It's because Steven Adams takes up a lot of room, except when Russell was playing. Then he let Russell get rebounds so he could get the triple-double. But, whatever. Anyway, hey, thank everybody for watching this edition of After the Storm. And we will be on tomorrow during the day for the Unpopular Hour, then back on tomorrow night after the Bucks game. So that being said, hey, everybody have a fantastic night. Get some sleep. See